Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's going to be on Amazon Prime. The Bloomhouse actually presents this called The Bondsman, starring Kevin Bacon. Um, Welcome, everybody. Before I get started, let me take care of some business first. Actually, let me take care of something else here while I'm at it because I forgot to bring something up. There we go. For my own thing that I have going on here. Um, if you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here, either here or over here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there just for you. It's over 1,000 videos now at this point, so hopefully they'll find something. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button if you can down below. That'd be awesome. Also, if you want to know when I'll be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. So, spoiler-free version, first of all, of what the hell is the Bondsman roughly about? The Bondsman is roughly about a guy who is a bounty hunter, Kevin Bacon, who dies and goes to hell. And he comes back making a deal with the devil to basically capture any escaped souls, any escaped demons that break out of hell. Think of hell as a prison. And when they break out, he goes and hunts them down. Of course, if he fails in this mission, he goes to hell. Um, Also, there's no carrot, if you will, to all of this. He just, you know, there's no get out of jail free card or anything like that. Basically, this is his job. And the only silver lining on it is he gets to stay on Earth with his family. He's divorced and all this stuff as well. Um, hey Cheryl, how's it going? Um, yeah, so it's half-hour episodes. They're 8 half-hour episodes, so it's a 4-hour long movie, if you will, and kind of comedy, but it's got also gore to it as well. It's supernatural, and yeah, that's the gist of it. That's how this is going down here. Um, and so we're interacting with him, interacting with his family, and then also having to deal with the whole demon lore as well. Um, and of course, he drags his mother into all of this as well. So, how is this? It's actually really good. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, half-hour episodes, so really easy to digest and get out there. And character development too. We actually have character development within. So if you just watch the Daredevil episode that I just did, uh, about an hour ago. I kind of railed on it, saying how there's no character development. This is a complete opposite of that. This actually has character development, and it makes sense because the showrunner for this series, The Bondsman, was actually the showrunner for Daredevil season 2 on Netflix. So there you go. Yeah, and yeah, some good stuff. There is some twists and turns, which I'll get to in the spoiler version here, but is it worth your time? Yeah, it's actually worth your time. If you're interested in seeing something that's got some comedy to it, some drama, you know, has a little bit of twists and turns. It doesn't cover up too much. It doesn't play with you like most TV series do, where it's I've got a secret, but I'm not going to tell you until the very end, and then I'm not going to tell you the whole thing. No, it doesn't do all that. So we actually get on with it, if you will. We get on with the story. So yeah, I recommend it. It's definitely a lot of fun. And I burned through it fairly quickly. So I just, got to it now to review it, even though it came out last week. I believe it came out on Thursday of last week. And I had burned through it, I think, by, Saturday afternoon, something like that. So fairly quick. So with that said, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the first season here. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. I want to give you a couple of seconds there, and there we go. I'm actually able to reach back there now to do that. So I made a few adjustments here. Um, so yeah, the twists and turns in this are actually really good. I like this that his handler, if you will, uh we end up finding out what her deal is later on. So Midge is her name. And it's a pyramid scheme. There's handlers upon handlers, and everyone gets a certain percentage of the souls that he's bringing in, which I thought was pretty funny. Being hell, it's a pyramid scheme. She gives him a handbook. It's like an old school kind of handbook uh, about what his job is all entails. And within the handbook, there's a 900 number that if he has any questions, he can call, which we later find out it's $10 a minute. Again, there's hell concepts in all of this. All these little things add up, which actually, add to this. It has a lived in feel of a world. And that's what you want in this without having to draw attention to itself, without having to pause the story in order to describe. Yeah, if you just pepper these through, it works. And that's what I liked about this. Um, Also, he divorced, like I said. His wife is now with this guy called Lucky, who is so this all takes place in the South. I want to say it's Kentucky. And Lucky is from Boston. He's a Red Sox fan. He's an asshole. He's a former gangster as well that has supposedly left the life. And Hub is Kevin Bacon's character. He is trying to, of course, warn his wife about this guy, which she already knows about him. And then also they have a son together as well, a teenage son. And they were both musicians, Hub and his wife, Marianne, if I remember correctly. Marianne, yes, there we go. And they were trying to go to Nashville, all this kind of stuff, and for whatever reasons, this did not work out. We find out later on as we go through this what happened. But also, we're trying to figure out why Hub went to hell. Why has Hub gone to hell? Why did his soul get damned? And we do find out eventually that, he killed a waitress at Lucky's bar by accident. He was actually trying to kill Lucky um, while he was drunk, and she had on Lucky's hat and jacket, and he shot her by mistake and killed her and buried her out in his mom's backyard, which is expansive. So that's the reason why he goes to hell. Um, and we also start seeing a pattern to these demons escaping from hell. They're escaping in his general vicinity there. It's actually in Georgia. I take that back, not Kentucky. This is Georgia. And the demons, as they're escaping from hell, they're actually committing ritual sacrifices. And he starts piecing this together and bringing Midge in on it as well and saying, hey, there's a pattern to these outbreaks, to these demons escaping from hell. And we find out that if they complete the pentagram, on this map, that they can release one of the seven, one of the bigger demons. And of course, they do end up completing that, and they release Lilith. Lilith, they of course have changed the writers of this have changed her background a little bit. So those of you who have supernatural lore, biblical lore, all that kind of stuff know that Lilith is actually Eve, and was damned to hell because of all that kind of stuff. Here, she was an angel who was uh, a singer that God supposedly liked her voice the best, and blah 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 blah. But the devil also likes her as well, and she, of course, has escaped from hell. And the twist at the end here that I kind of liked was um, she actually takes over the body of the girl that he killed, that Hub had killed, and Cheryl is her name. And Lilith basically makes Hub a deal. She says, if you let me go, I'll bring Cheryl back to life, which means you didn't kill her. And, you know, you're not going to be going to hell. And then at that point, your deal is broken. And he agrees. And Cheryl comes back. She's been gone now for about a month and a half, somewhere around there. But of course, as they say, no good deed goes unpunished. Lilith ends up taking over Marianne, his ex-wife, who he's still in love with, and she's in love with him as well. And also Lilith's powers are she can take over. She can basically mind control people. She really hates men, really hates men because of the whole Adam and Eve thing, which doesn't make sense now. But anyway, and basically what the men do is they rip off their jaws and bleed to death. So that is how Lucky meets his fate. At one point. So at the very end, there we have Lilith in Marianne's body at the bar, and everyone's entranced except for Hub, because Hub, once you've seen a demon, once you've been to hell, you are not affected by Lilith's powers. Also, you can see demons as well. And so since he has been to hell, he's not affected by her. And she basically tells him in this town full of entranced people that, hey, if you join me, I won't kill all these people, including your son, who's standing there with his hand in his jaw. And that's where we leave off on the season. Like I said, really good season, really well worth it. And there's more to it, obviously, that I'm not going to get into here because I want you to at least enjoy it here. I just kind of covered over some of the highlights here and there and getting the gist of the story. But yeah, it's very well put together, very well thought out. I can see this going for a couple of seasons. The elephant in the room for me, anyway, was this concept has been done before. 1999, there was a short-lived series on Fox called Brimstone, which was the exact same premise. Cop goes to hell. He gets sent back to basically capture escaped demons from hell. The only thing was he had a set number. So there was a set number of demons that had escaped. I want to say it was 666, but I don't think that was actually the case. I think it was something else. And if he was successful in bringing all those demons back to hell, he would be released from the damnation. Of course, it didn't make it. That was when Fox was like, anything that was genre wise, they would fuck with the schedule. They show the episodes out of order, blah, 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 and kill fucking things directly. But I remember Brimstone, and it's pretty much the same premise, is really what it is. Only we now have that subplot, which is a little bit deeper. So yes, it's worth your time. Go take a look at it. It's like I said, it's a short watch, especially if you're looking for something to watch and something genre wise. It's got gore to it, like I said as well. It's Bloomhouse, so yeah, we've got that. It's funny too. It's got some good comedic moments. His mother that he brings into this, who's also a bounty hunter, Kitty is her name, played by Beth Grant, who's not that much older than Kevin Bacon, which I thought was funny. So Kevin Bacon is 65. I want to say Beth Grant is, I looked it up. I think she's 75. She's only 10 years older than him. And I'm like, or 9 years older than him, actually. And I'm like, oh, so this is on Amazon Prime, Cheryl. Amazon Prime is where the show's at. And I just thought it was funny. She's only 10 years, 10 years older than Kevin Bacon playing his mother. What I liked about her too is she's very no nonsense kind of person. She's also religious though too, and she's like, at one point she's kind of blaming herself for Hub going to hell. She goes, "Did I not raise you right?" All this kind of stuff. But one of the things I thought was kind of funny, she's always wearing a bulletproof vest when she's on the job, and she's got one of those little Velcro patches that you can put on, and her Velcro patch is Mama Bear. So it's pretty fucking funny. There's some good stuff in this, some good moments. And like I said, I'm not gonna ruin them for you. So go and enjoy it. It's a fun watch. And I'm looking forward to season 2 because I'm hoping there's a season 2. I who knows? however the fuck Amazon deals with their stuff. But yeah, it's worth a season 2. It definitely is. So, what else do I have going on? Well, I'm going to come back here in about, actually, I'm going to do it in about 45 minutes. Yeah, I'll do it at 1 o'clock. I'm going to cover the Netflix animated series Devil May Cry, season 1. Is what I'm going to be looking at here. It's going to be another Is It Worth My Time? Yes, you're getting a triple shot today on all of this. Tomorrow I'm going to be covering The Last of Us. I know it premieres tonight, but for my East Coast people, I know you're not going to stay up until 10 o'clock your time, and it premieres 6 o'clock my time. So, yeah, I'm not going to and also it's just, I don't want to do a fourth podcast in the day. So I'll be covering that, and then of course I will cover Daredevil, the season finale, and we'll see if most likely they're going to cram all this shit into one episode, episode 9 next week to try and, close it out. I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening next week. So if you want to see when I'll be on live again next, you can go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. Also, if you can, like, share, and subscribe someplace around here. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the videos that pop up at the very end here. One pops up over here, one pops up over there. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there just for you. Like I said, it's over 1,000 videos now at this point. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below. Other than that, I will see you in about 1 o'clock my time. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may get dragged down to hell just because you did something bad and you know what it is, but you get sent back because you need to hunt down those demons that are escaping hell, and it becomes a bigger problem than it really is. Thanks, everyone. I will see you again at 1 o'clock. Until then, have a good rest of your day and see you then. Thanks, everyone.